I'm 73 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that might upset you. My boss died at his desk, and the next Monday, his job was posted online. That's when I realized your job doesn't ruin your life by being hard. It ruins your life by being convincing. It convinces you that you're building something, that you're being responsible, that once things calm down, you'll live the life you actually want. My boss's last words were the first honest thing I'd heard in that office in 30 years. And when I tell you what he said, you're going to realize you're doing exactly what I did. Most people believe they'll live later, after the promotion, after the mortgage is paid, after the kids are grown, after retirement. Later isn't neutral. Later is a decision. And the decision you're making, whether you realize it or not, is that right now doesn't count. That the life you're living today is just the rehearsal. That the real thing starts eventually. I believed that for 51 years. I worked for the same company for 3 decades. I was reliable. I was driven. I was the guy everyone could count on. First one in, last one out. I answered emails at midnight. I skipped vacations because someone had to keep things running. Everyone respected me. My boss especially. He was the same way. Maybe more so. He'd been with the company for 40 years. He was a legend, the kind of man who never complained, never slowed down, never said no. If you wanted something done, you asked him. I wanted to be him. And here's what nobody tells you. It doesn't feel dangerous while it's happening. So I copied everything he did. I stayed late when he stayed late. I worked weekends because he worked weekends. I told myself I was learning discipline, learning what it takes to succeed. What I was really learning was how to disappear from my own life. 6 years ago, we had a late meeting. It ran long like they always did. Around 8 p.m., most people had already left. It was just me, my boss, and a couple of others finishing up quarterly projections. He looked tired, more than usual. But he didn't say anything, and we didn't ask. The next morning, I got a phone call. He'd had a heart attack that night, died in the hospital a few hours later. I went to the funeral. It was strange. There were hundreds of people there, co-workers, executives, people from other departments I'd never met. Everyone talking about how dedicated he was, how irreplaceable. His wife stood at the front, completely silent. His daughter gave a short speech. She didn't cry. She just said, "My father was a good man. He worked very hard. That was it." A week later, I was asked to help go through his office, clear out his desk, pack up his things. That's when I found the note. It was in his planner, dated 2 days before he died. Just one line, handwritten. "Tell Rachel I'm sorry," I kept saying after the next quarter. Rachel was his wife. And that line destroyed me, because I knew exactly what he meant. And in that moment, I understood something terrifying. There was no version of my life where this fixed itself later. I went home that night, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I kept picturing him writing that note, alone in his office, knowing he'd been saying after the next quarter for 40 years. And then I started thinking about my own life. I checked my phone, dozens of work emails, a few calendar reminders, nothing else. No messages from friends, no plans, no one checking in, just to talk. I looked at my wife. We'd been married for 32 years. We were polite. We were fine. But when I tried to remember the last real conversation we'd had, something that wasn't about schedules or bills or logistics, I couldn't. I thought about my son. He was 28. I didn't know what he was working on. I didn't know who his friends were. I didn't even know what he liked to do anymore. I realized I had been living on autopilot. I wasn't building a life. I was building a resume. I kept checking boxes and calling it progress. And the worst part? I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was being responsible. I thought providing meant showing up to work every day and bringing home a paycheck. I didn't realize that you can be present in a building and completely absent from your life. Being busy is the most socially acceptable way to be absent. Here's what I need you to understand. My regrets aren't about what I did wrong. They're about what I never did at all. I missed dinners because I wanted to look reliable. That's the same reason you're still answering emails at night. You think it makes you dependable. It doesn't. It just makes you available. And being available isn't the same as being valuable. I kept saying I'd call people when things slowed down. My college friends, my brother, people I genuinely cared about. I told myself I'd reach out once the busy season ended. It never ended. And you're doing the same thing right now, telling yourself you'll reach out when the week calms down. And now most of those people are gone, or we're strangers, and I can't get that time back. I waited to take my health seriously because I thought my body would forgive me. I thought I could work myself into the ground and fix it later. I was wrong. My knees don't work the way they used to. My back hurts every morning, and no amount of money fixes the decades I spent sitting in a chair for 12 hours a day. You think your body will wait for your schedule. It won't. I assumed the people I loved knew how I felt. I assumed they understood, because saying it out loud felt awkward, unnecessary. But here's the thing, people don't feel loved because you're working hard. They feel loved because you show up, and I didn't. I thought I had time with my parents. I didn't. My father died when I was 54. We hadn't had a real conversation in years. I kept thinking I'd visit more after work calmed down. Work never calmed down. And now he's gone. And I can't fix it. You think you'll have one more chance. That's the most expensive assumption you can make. You think you'll slow down later. You won't. The goalposts will move. The promotion you're chasing right now, once you get it, there will be another one. The project you're working on, once it's done, there will be a bigger one. Your workplace will always offer you another deadline to hide behind. And one day you'll realize you gave your best hours, your sharpest mind, your strongest body, your most patient heart to people who replaced you in a week. Look, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not saying work doesn't matter. I'm telling you to stop trading your life for applause. Every year you delay, the conversation gets harder. Every year you postpone presence, it feels less familiar. And one day you won't be choosing anymore, the choice will already have been made. What matters is embarrassingly simple. Time with people you love, meaningful work, presence over possessions, experiences over achievements. That's it. Everything else is noise. I know that sounds boring. I know it sounds like something you'd see on a motivational poster. But the reason it's repeated so often is because it's true. And most people, including me, spend their entire lives ignoring it. We convince ourselves that we're different, that we'll balance things eventually, that we're just in a busy season. We're not. This is the season. This is your life. Right now. If you died tomorrow, would you be satisfied with how you've lived? Not the life you're planning to live. Not the version that starts once things calm down. The one you're living right now. Today. Would you be satisfied? I wasn't. And I'm guessing you're not either. If you keep living exactly the way you are right now, here's how it ends. Not with tragedy. With quiet confusion. You'll wake up one day and realize you don't know your partner anymore. Your kids will feel like someone else's life you missed. And the job you sacrificed everything for will call it a transition and move on. That's what happens. Not all at once. Quietly. One postponed dinner at a time. So here's what you do. Start now. Not later. Now. The perfect time will never come. Life will always be messy. There will always be one more project, one more deadline, one more reason to wait. You have to decide that this moment, the one you're in right now, is worth living fully. You have to stop waiting for permission. Look, I get it. You have responsibilities, bills, obligations. I'm not saying ignore those. I'm saying stop using them as an excuse to avoid the things that actually matter. Call the person you've been meaning to call. Take the trip you've been postponing. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Do it badly if you have to. Do it awkwardly. Do it imperfectly. But do it now. Because I'm 73 years old, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, you will not regret the things you did. You will regret the things you didn't do. You will regret the calls you didn't make, the moments you didn't show up, the love you didn't express because it felt uncomfortable. Before you scroll away, I want you to do something. Open your phone. Right now. Find one person you've been postponing, someone you've been meaning to reach out to. A friend, a family member, someone who mattered to you once and still does. Text them. Just write, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. Can we talk this week?" That's it. You don't need a big reason. You don't need to explain yourself. Just reach out. If it feels awkward, good. That's how you know it matters. Do it before you forget. Before you convince yourself you'll do it later. And if you actually do it, leave a comment with one word: done. I want to know you didn't let this become another later. You can learn this now, while you still have options. Or you can learn it later, when you don't. Either way, the lesson is the same. The timing is the only difference. My boss learned it in a hospital bed, writing a note he never got to deliver. I learned it standing in his empty office, holding that note, realizing I was following the exact same path. You're learning it right now.
The question is, what are you going to do about it? The clock is ticking, whether you look at it or not. If this hit you, don't just sit with it. Send this to someone you love. Leave a comment and tell me what you're going to do differently. One sentence is enough. And subscribe, because I have more truths to share, and I don't have unlimited time to share them. The clock is ticking. What are you going to do with your time?